Hey guys, I wanted to show you guys. I'm sorry. Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. If not, hopefully I could cheer you up, at least distract you. Okay, I wanted to show you guys 32 times the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD, which is this platform right here. Hold on, let me take out the dongle for the 8-bit though. Okay, so yeah, let's start taking this baby apart. I'm gonna have to go get some plugs too in a moment. Show you what that's like. And I got them in different places. Let me get one of them right now. This one does not count, guys. This one does not count. And I don't even know why I have it plugged in. So let's just get this one out for now. And this is what I'm using for my Sega CD. Right here. Let me shut off my air conditioner there. Shut that off. This is what I'm using for my Sega CD. And boy, does it feel plasticky. Feels terrible. And I want to get this out of the way because this one is the oddball out of the bunch. And it's also for Super Nintendo. So I wouldn't recommend turning both of them at the same time on. No way. No way. Get that one out of the way. Yeah, I want to show that kind of stuff off while this is on display. And let me go ahead and go get the other bricks. And I'll show you how I have that set up, by the way. Yeah. It's only going to take a moment. This is how I set it up. I know there's noise in the background. I'm making the noise. This is how I set it up. Right now they're all tied up together. So I set it up like this with these right here. Okay. Yeah, that's how I do it. And then there's a regular extension that I put it into, a brown one, and that's how I do that. Put it in there just like that. So yeah, these are the real things. I had to fix one, and that's this one. Right now I can't tell which one's which, so let me untie them. Okay. And do that. Do that dance, yeah. So yeah. So the one I repaired, and I don't know if it's the original plug. The one I repaired was this one, as you can see. And I made that there to make it stiff, right there. So I apologize that it's not, it might not even be the original. I mean, I think it is. Judging by the cords, no, they are not. They are not. But they're working just fine. This is the one I think I'm using for the 32 times. Okay. That's what that looks like. Okay. There's the back of it. And the top looks kind of weird. I don't know. Just the way it looks. And that's that one. I think I'm using that for the 32 times. Actually, I'm sure of it. Let me pull this a little more. My headphones. And then this is the legit for the original Sega Genesis. Okay. It's a hefty brick. So is the other one that I just showed you. First one was light as heck. Yep. That's that. Those are the bricks. Now, let me show you a bonus thing. Go into my drawer here. And not the 8-bit though. I'm not going to show you that. I'll show you the light gun Justifier. I might even go for a little walk and show you the Minister, no, the Minister is going to be for another day, because the Minister is in different pieces, and I have to show you that. And it's got also a sensor bar. So this is the Justifier, as you can see. All right, really nice, looking good, very nice. Light gun. Okay, really cool. And it's very nice trigger, like really super buttery smooth. You really go off like for a long time. And that's that. I want to show you that. And I used that. I'm showing you that because I used it recently. As a matter of fact, I don't know if it's still uploading. I think it's probably uploaded by now. So let me show you a special part to this. As you can see in the back, there's this here and this here. Okay. Um, uh, this wire comes in two pieces. So let's take that apart. Show you that. I hate taking this thing apart. So comes apart like this, so that you can use it with a, say, oh, I don't know, a Sega Genesis maybe. Yeah, I think it's so you can use it with a Sega Genesis and the 32 times. I think, I'm not sure. So I think that's how that works. Don't really remember too well. This is how this end looks. Okay, this is the end that goes into the, wow, the Sega Genesis. It's a huge port back there. You know, it goes back into that port. Okay, so and then this end, the smaller end, is let's see if I can remember. Yeah, it's these pins here, and that's what I'm using now. So it's hard to figure out how the other way that this works. Okay, and then this goes into the I don't know if it's in or out. It's hard since they're both units. It's hard to know what's out and what's in. Okay, so if it's in respect to the Genesis, so this end goes in to the 32 times. All right, so let's get that out of the way and start taking this baby apart all the way to get apart all the way. Okay, let's start with the Genesis, and there it is right there. Probably dusty. I apologize for that. That's the top of it, and that's the front of it, the side of it, other side of it, and then the back. There's stuff back here that, like this here, that there. I don't think anybody knows what that's for. And this says extension. There's a switch for channel 3 and channel 4, right there. Right there. It's inside. It's tiny switch. And then RF. So, which you don't have to use. You can use the other plug, which I just showed you right there. And then the power. Right. The power. Okay, so that's that. And there's the bottom. And I apologize because I don't have, I might have something that belongs here. Actually, this original, I don't think I have the cover. I might have to go out of my way and get one. But I don't need it because I always have it attached to my Sega CD. So next up, I want to show you the 32 times. And there it is. Okay, so, which I like. I'm not crazy about it, but I like it enough. Then there's the front, the mushroom cloud. There's this side there. There's that side there, and then there's the back. Okay, see if we can see that. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Yeah. Okay, there's an input and there's an output. First one's the input. First one's the output. The second one's the input. So output, input. Okay, output, input, and then the power, right there. Right there. So yeah, and then there's the bottom, which I want to show a little bit more of. Yeah. Take a look at that all the way around as much as possible. You know, My computer's throttling like crazy. Anyway, so that's that. That's the 32 times Genesis. As a matter of fact, I just noticed this for myself. It says Genesis 32 times. I don't know if you can read that. Genesis 32 times. Anyway, well, it goes with the Genesis anyway. So those are those two pieces. I left the cord back there, which I can fish out in a moment. Hold on. So I'll be there in a moment. This will only take a second, and I'm already almost done. Yeah, I like being ready too, but you know, I like you guys to feel like you're here with me for a moment. So I forgot to show you this part. We're going to be putting it back together anyway. This is the part that comes out of the 32 times, or the part that comes out of the Genesis. Either way. Now I want to compare to see if there's a similarity. And there is a bit. Can't see it though, so I apologize for that too. Can't see the similarity, but there is. Anyway, that's that. We're going to be putting this baby back together. Now let's go for the Sega CD. Now, interesting thing about the Sega CD is, I'll show you that right away. It's meant for, see this big metal plate here? This piece here is, this piece right here is for the big Sega Genesis, okay? When you take it off, then this part only right here is for the Genesis 2. So the big piece is for Genesis 1 to extend it, right? And which is what I have. And then the small portion only is for the Sega Genesis 2. Okay, so that's that. Let me show you that. That's the bottom. Might as well show you the bottom. Back it up a little bit. Okay. And there's and I might as well show you the front because it doesn't seem as relevant, you know. Except for that tab right there, right here. Except for that tab right there, which gets kind of stuck. Gotta kind of like fix it. Gets stuck and you gotta kind of fix it up. So then there's the top. Okay. Then there's the back. Right there. Now I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see the ports there. Something about mixing, which nobody uses, I don't think. I think that's something that never gets used. It's a RCA looking jack, female thing. And then yes, you can use the other RCAs. Well, I said RCA female. That doesn't make sense. 3.5 female. I meant the hole there, the black one. And then there's the RCA white and red. Those you can use stereo for Sega CD for music CD quality or Sega CD quality. And then there's the power right over there. There's the power right there. Let's see if we can flash it over. Flash it over. Everything over so you can see it well. Yeah. And that's that. And does this come off? It probably does. This probably comes off this metal piece. I'm gonna attempt to take it off now. Yes, it does. There it is. I'm not sure what that's for. I think that's to hold the Genesis in place. A lot better. Which really feel bad I took that out because I don't know if I'm gonna get it back in. Okay, there we go. It's back in. Okay, so let's I'll start putting this baby back together. So I told you about the extension, and you can see where the grooves are. The grooves for the big Genesis is, and where the grooves for the small Genesis is. Now the big one has these two, and I guess the Genesis has these two. I guess. I'm guessing. I'm not too sure. So I guess the legs kind of slide along that, and you can see the legs there. I can see the legs that they slide. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. I'm gonna lift a little bit till it kind of gets in there. I hate doing this, guys. I think it's in. No, it's not. Now it's in. Okay, it's in there now. The mushroom cloud. Get that in there. Yeah, I'm not too. You could be a little rough on it. It's not too bad. So let's turn it around. Turn it around. Maybe should I prop it up? No, don't need to prop it up. Grab that big end. Grab the big end there. I'm gonna put that in first. And now there's a little notch. There's a little notch at the top telling you what the top is. And that helps a lot. And the same thing with this, with everything that has a notch at the top. And now this is out. The Genesis is out, so it's in respect to the Genesis. That means that you have to pay attention to the Genesis mainly. And then, so if it's out of the Genesis, then into the mushroom, the in part, AV in. Now comes the AV, audio and the video, and that's an output. This is an out. That's what's left on the mushroom. And I'll show you again. Well, actually, you haven't seen all of it put together, and that's that. And I'm not going to bother with the bricks. I just want to show you where I am right now. And I think that's it for today. And there it is, all hooked up. You want to see how crazy it gets? Okay, fine. I'll show you how crazy it gets. First of all, let's grab our brick. Our try. Let's call it a try, okay? Put this over. Let's start grabbing stuff. Which one is this? I don't really care. Let's just put it on a heavy on one side. Let's just call it that. Call it a heavy on one side. It's going to be facing like this. Okay, heavy on one side. Pretend it's going to go on top of a regular extension. You know, one of those with the one on one side and two on the other. It's going to go on top of that. Okay, pretend that. And then let's grab another one. A heavy on another side. And that really super light one that's like crap. So the heavy on another side. That's two. That's two. And that, you know, you want it to be balanced. You know. So then let's put this, double this tails. I call it tails because it works for Genesis and not Genesis. Works for Sega CD, and it might work for the. It might work for the Genesis. I don't know. Yeah, I think it does actually. It works for the CD, Sega CD. I think it works for Genesis as well, but I'm not too sure about that. So don't take my word for it. So then put this one on top of the try. Okay, so that's that. Put this on the try, and pretend that's plugged in, and just finish plugging this baby up. All right. People make it sound like it's the hardest thing. If you have a strip, strip, then that's a different story. But let's see what's this. Okay, this is Sega CD. The one in the middle on top is a Sega CD. Okay. Ignore this wire right here. So it's a Sega CD. Ignore this wire. That's the Nintendo. Well, SNES. So this is a Sega CD, and it really works. Sega CD right there. Can you see that? Right there. Okay. Next, this is the one that you saw on your left. I'm gonna start feeding it. That's 32 times. Let's grab that. Put it right there. And you got the Sega CD here. 32 times there. Okay. Oh boy, almost done. And then just to show you how crazy this looks. And you haven't seen the other wire because it's hanging off the other side. And even though it's right there, it's right there. And then this here is the Sega Genesis, which looks about the same as the. I just want to compare. See, they're identical, pretty much. So that plug that I'm plugging into the Sega CD should work for the Sega Genesis. And that's how hairy that looks. Wait a minute, I gotta hang this wire down so you can see how bad that looks. Looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad. But I love this system. This is my favorite. We're gonna call it a system, especially because it's three things. And oh boy, it's already getting messed up. There's the wire mess. Okay. All right, there's that. So that's why we call it a system sometimes, especially back in the days. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. If you're feeling me, hold on before I leave you. Let's close it correctly. I might put this baby back right. I might get ready to put this back. There we go. I want to close it right. Take care, everybody. Be blessed.